Bonjour, bonjour. I know you're going to be sad, but we're leaving adjectives. Today we are going to be comparing nouns, using the comparative and the superlative with nouns. How do we say more in French? Plus. Sometimes it's pronounced plus. This could be a lesson where you hear the S. Less, moins. More or less, plus ou moins. More or less, plus ou moins. More of something than. We are talking quantities now because of the nouns rather than quality, the adjectives. Plus de quelque chose que. So the pattern for more of something than is plus de, noun, than que. I have more time than you, addressing to. Because we are talking about quantities, always in French, after quantities, you add a de. Un litre de, or even packaging, un paquet de, un peu de, beaucoup de. J'ai plus de temps que toi. Now, I've been telling you not to pronounce the S at the end of words. The reason why here is if you say j'ai plus de temps, it might be confused with I don't have any more time. So to avoid confusion, it's normal to pronounce the S. J'ai plus for the more. J'ai plus de temps que toi. It might be quite hard to get used to. She has more money than me, more of money than me. Quantities, you add de in French. Elle a plus d'argent, we do D apostrophe because argent starts with the vowel, que moi. We have more wine today than yesterday. More of wine. Nous avons plus de vin aujourd'hui qu'hier. So H of the hier is silent. It's a mute H. We do a QU apostrophe, then hier. Qu'hier. On a, using on a plus de vin aujourd'hui qu'hier. Julien has more power than him. Okay, when you're talking about power of a vehicle, like a car or a boat, you use puissance. When you're talking about power, say political power, we use pouvoir, like j'ai le pouvoir, like He-Man. Julien a plus de pouvoir que lui. J'ai tellement plus de temps que toi. What does that mean? I have so much more time than you. She has so much more money than me. Elle a tellement plus d'argent que moi. We have such a lot more wine today than yesterday. Nous avons tellement plus de vin aujourd'hui qu'hier. Oh, on a tellement plus de vin aujourd'hui qu'hier. So we might say so much more, or in English we might say such a lot more. Julien has so much more power than him. Influence. Julien a tellement plus de pouvoir que lui. I have so many more problems than you, addressing tu. J'ai tellement plus de problèmes que toi. They have so much more work than us. Ils ou elles ont tellement plus de travail que nous. A lot or much, beaucoup. Monique has a lot more clothes than me. Monique a beaucoup plus de vêtements que moi. Space, you can choose between the space with the stars, espace, which is masculine, or place, which is feminine. So espace, I suppose, is more like could be virtual or more open space, whereas place is this more internal. They're pretty interchangeable. I have a lot more space than them. J'ai beaucoup plus d'espace que ou qu'elle. J'ai beaucoup plus de place que ou qu'elle. A bit. Un peu, peu. I have a bit more space than them. J'ai un peu plus d'espace ou de place que ou qu'elle. A little bit. Un petit peu. Not to be confused with a P. Un petit pois. I have a little bit more space than him. I have a little P? No. J'ai un petit peu d'espace, de place que lui. At the moment. En ce moment. Of course, in spoken French, it will sound more like en ce moment. En ce moment. Say it a few times. En ce moment. I have a little bit more work at the moment than before. J'ai un petit peu plus de travail en ce moment qu'avant. D'accord. Now we're on the less of something than. You can guess it. Moins de quelque chose que. So the pattern is moins de, noun, que. I have less time than you, addressing to. J'ai moins de temps que toi. They have less money than us. Ils ou elles ont moins d'argent que nous. The president has less power at the moment. Le président a moins de pouvoir en ce moment. So a lot of words ending in ENT are the same in French. President, président, except when they're not. Remember, efficient, efficace. There are less campsites in this area. Il y a moins de camping dans cet endroit. So endroit is masculine. So for this, you use the set, spelt C-E-T. Cet endroit, because of the vowel. Julien has a lot less space than me. Julien a beaucoup moins d'espace ou beaucoup moins de place que moi. Julien has a bit less space than me. Julien a un peu moins d'espace ou un peu moins de place que moi. Julien has a little bit less space than me. Julien a un petit peu moins d'espace ou un petit peu moins de place que moi. He has a lot less hair than me. Il a beaucoup moins de cheveux que moi. Monique has a lot less work at the moment. Monique a beaucoup moins de travail en ce moment. En ce moment, en ce moment. There is, there are. Il y a. There was, there were. Il y avait. There were less cars on the road this morning than yesterday. Il y avait moins de voitures sur la route ce matin qu'hier. So when on means on a surface, you take the first 3 letters of surface, sur. Traffic is la circulation. All ION words are feminine. Careful with the pronunciation here. It's circulation, circulation. There was less traffic on the road this morning than yesterday. Il y avait moins de circulation sur la route ce matin qu'hier. Motorway. Autoroute. There was a lot less traffic on the motorway today than yesterday. If you can't talk about the weather, you can talk about the traffic. Il y avait beaucoup moins de circulation sur l'autoroute aujourd'hui qu'hier. As much of something as. Autant de quelque chose que. So the pattern is autant de noun que. I have as much time as you, addressing to. J'ai autant de temps que toi. So time is pronounced weirdly. You can't hear the M or the P or the S. It sounds like autant de temps que toi. We have as much money as them. On a autant d'argent que ou qu'elle. Nous avons autant d'argent que ou qu'elle. Using to. You have as much space as me. Tu as autant d'espace que moi. Tu as, often said, t'as autant de place que moi. There's as much traffic today as yesterday. Il y a autant de circulation aujourd'hui qu'hier. I don't have as much time as you, addressing vous. Je n'ai pas autant de temps que vous. He doesn't have as much taste as Monique. Il n'a pas autant de goût que Monique. There wasn't as much choice as in the other restaurant. Having a good moan today, aren't we? Il n'y avait pas autant de choix que dans l'autre restaurant. They have as much power today as 10 years ago. The French would say, there is 10 years. Ils ou elles ont autant de pouvoir aujourd'hui qu'il y a 10 ans. Strength, as in physical strength, is force. La force. So you've got powerful vehicles, la puissance, we've got influence power, political power, pouvoir, and then we've got physical strength, force. She doesn't have as much strength as him. Elle n'a pas autant de force que lui. Employment. You can just use work, travail. But we get the word employment from the French. Emploi, masculine as well. There is more employment than 10 years ago. Il y a plus d'emplois ou plus de travail qu'il y a 10 ans. Unemployment, le chômage. There is more unemployment than 15 years ago. Il y a plus de chômage qu'il y a 15 ans. At the time, we've got our TARDIS, à l'époque. The word époque, spelled E-P-O-C-H, does exist in English, but we don't really use it. The French do, however, use à l'époque all the time. At the time, à l'époque. There was less employment at the time than now. Il y avait moins de chômage à l'époque que maintenant. At that time, à cette époque. Or you can add on the la, you don't have to. À cette époque-là, to differentiate with this time. There was less unemployment at that time than now. Il y avait moins de chômage à cette époque-là que maintenant. A company, a firm, entreprise, une entreprise. We get enterprising from or entrepreneur. There were less firms at the time than now. Il y avait moins d'entreprises à l'époque que maintenant. An employee, it's a French word anyway, employé, employé, double E for feminine. There were less employees in that firm at the time than now. Il y avait moins d'employés dans cette entreprise à l'époque que maintenant. An unemployed person is un chômeur, or feminine, chômeuse. There were less unemployed people at the time of my grandmother than now. Il y avait moins de chômeurs ou chômeuses à l'époque de ma grand-mère que maintenant. There were a lot more unemployed people at the time of my grandfather than now. Il y avait beaucoup plus de chômeurs ou chômeuses à l'époque de mon grand-père que maintenant. There are as many firms now as at that time. Il y a autant d'entreprises maintenant qu'à cette époque ou qu'à cette époque-là. This firm has as many employees as before. Cette entreprise a autant d'employés qu'avant. There were as many unemployed people as now. Il y avait autant de chômeurs ou chômeuses que maintenant. Sandwich, sandwich, it's a foreign word. Most foreign words are masculine. There's as much cheese in my sandwich as in yours. Addressing tu. Il y a autant de fromage dans mon sandwich que dans le tien. Oh! There's as much ham in your sandwich as in his. Addressing tu. Il y a autant de jambon dans ton sandwich que dans le sien. Oh là là! D'accord. The summary of the comparative with nouns. Greater degree of quality. More noun than in English. Plus de. Noun and then que. Plus de noun que. Lesser degree of quality. Less noun than in English. Moins de noun que. Moins de noun que. And equal degree of quality. Now in English we can say as many. We can say as many if your thing is countable, or as much if it's non-countable, like I've got as much sugar as you. If it's countable, I have as many children as you. Okay, in French, autant de stays the same. Autant de noun que. And now we're doing the superlative, from the comparative to the superlative, which means the two extremes. Greatest degree of quality, in English, the most, plus noun. In French, le plus de, plus noun. With quantities, you add on de in French. The least degree of quantity. In English, the least plus noun. In French, le moins de plus your noun. This country has the most unemployment in the world. They would say of the world, wouldn't they? Ce pays a le plus de chômage du monde. Of the masculine, du. This country has the most unemployed people in the world. Ce pays a le plus de chômeurs, de chômeuses du monde. This country has the least unemployment in the world. Ce pays a le moins de chômage du monde. You know what's coming. This country has the least unemployed people in the world. Ce pays a le moins de chômeurs, chômeuses du monde. This motorway has the most traffic now. Cette autoroute a le plus de circulation maintenant. This road has the least traffic now. Cette route a le moins de circulation maintenant. I have the most firms in this town. J'ai le plus d'entreprises de cette ville, dans cette ville. My grandmother has the least space in our family. Ma grand-mère a le moins d'espace ou le moins de place dans notre famille, ou de notre famille. This firm has the most employees in this city. City use town in French. That's what they do. Cette entreprise a le plus d'employés dans cette ville. de cette ville. This guy has the most hair here. Ce type, ce gars, a le plus de cheveux ici. This guy has the least hair here. Ce type, ce gars, a le moins de cheveux ici. My grandfather has the least money of his friends. Mon grand-père a le moins d'argent de ses amis. A wave on the sea. Vague, it's feminine. Remember the new wave films from the 60s? La Nouvelle Vague? This beach has the most waves of all the beaches in this region. Beach is feminine. Cette plage a le plus de vagues de toutes les plages dans cette région. De cette région. Alcohol, just take out the H and you're left with alcool. It's masculine. This drink, feminine in French, has the least alcohol of all the drinks there. Cette boisson a le moins d'alcool de toutes les boissons là. This sandwich has the least ham of all the sandwiches. Ce sandwich a le moins de jambon de tous les sandwichs. Okay, so tout when it's acting like an adjective, for masculine it's T-O-U-T, singular. If it's feminine, you add on the E, tout. Feminine plural, tout with an ES. Masculine plural is T-O-U-S. So singular T-O-U-T for masculine, masculine plural T-O-U-S. Tous les sandwichs. A shop, or a boutique, which is French anyway. Okay. Magasin, remember S between two vowels is always a Z sound in French. Magasin, boutique, feminine. Magasin is masculine. This town has the least shops, has the least boutiques in this region. Cette ville a le moins de magasins, a le moins de boutiques de cette région, dans cette région. The word for a pitch, as in on a campsite, or a location, or position, is emplacement, masculine word. This campsite has the most pitches in this region. Ce camping a le plus d'emplacements de ou dans cette région. This pitch has the least noise here. Cet emplacement a le moins de bruit ici. Shade or shadow. Ombre, feminine word. That's where we get umbrella from. This pitch has the most shade here. Cet emplacement a le plus d'ombre ici. Ombre is also where we get the word sombre from. A spectator, spectateur, or spectatrice. This show always has the most spectators around here. So show is masculine. And around here they say by here, par ici. Ce spectacle a toujours le plus de spectateurs ou spectatrices par ici. Par ici is quite handy for asking directions. You can just say, is there a blah 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 par ici? Il y a un café par ici? Il y a un bon restaurant par ici? This show always has the least spectators around here. Ce spectacle a toujours le moins de spectateurs par ici. That's entertainment. Entertainment. When you go on holiday, you will see the word animation. All ION words are feminine. It's fun time. It's animation time. This town always has the most entertainment around here. Cette ville a toujours le plus d'animation par ici. This town always has the least entertainment around here. Cette ville a toujours le moins d'animation par ici. D'accord. Big summary now. Summary of the comparative. Comparing with nouns. Greater degree of quality, the more noun than, plus de noun que. Okay? Tu as plus de fromage que moi. Lesser degree, in English less noun than, French moins de noun que. Non, j'ai moins de fromage que toi. Equal amount, in English we say as many if you can count them, or as much if you can't count the noun. Noun as, in French, autant de noun que. Non, j'ai autant de fromage que toi. Now the superlative, which shows the two extremes. Okay. Greatest degree of quantity, the most in English plus noun, le plus de plus noun in French. Il a le plus de fromage. And the least degree of quantity, the least plus noun in English, le moins de plus noun in French. Non, j'ai le moins de fromage. Et voilà, merci beaucoup les amis. À la prochaine fois.